Hello, Vikings fans. Welcome back to Skol Nation Vikings Daily, your one-stop shop for all things Minnesota Vikings. We've got a fascinating topic today that's making waves across the NFL landscape, and it involves none other than the legendary Bill Belichick. Yes, the mastermind behind 6 Super Bowl titles. But this time, Belichick's words weren't aimed at his usual rivals or upcoming opponents. Instead, he's weighing in on a topic that has everyone buzzing: Sam Darnold. Now, you might be wondering, what does Belichick have to say about Darnold? Well, let's set the stage. Darnold, who has had quite the roller coaster of a career, is currently with the Minnesota Vikings, where he's been making headlines during this 2024 season. Once seen as a lost cause by the New York Jets, Darnold has found new life under head coach Kevin O'Connell. But that's where Belichick comes in with a rather striking observation that's about to stir some controversy. In his recent appearance on the Pat McAfee show, Belichick didn't hold back. "I'll say this: everybody is like Darnold except the Jets," Belichick remarked. Let that sink in for a moment. The man who has built a dynasty in New England is suggesting that the Jets, the team that drafted Darnold 3rd overall back in 2018, might have been the only organization that didn't see his potential. According to Belichick, the issue wasn't Darnold's talent, but rather how he was managed or perhaps mismanaged by the Jets. Belichick didn't stop there. He added, "The people in Carolina I talked to, they really liked him. I know that Kevin O'Connell and some of the coaches in Minnesota, they really like this guy too." For Vikings fans, this is huge. When a football mind like Belichick speaks highly of your quarterback, it's more than just flattery. It's a stamp of approval from one of the most respected voices in the game. But let's pause here and consider the weight of Belichick's criticism of the Jets. Darnold's time in New York was tumultuous, to say the least. After being selected as their franchise quarterback, he struggled through 3 seasons, posting a 13-25 record as a starter. It wasn't long before the Jets gave up on him, trading him to the Carolina Panthers in 2021. Even in Carolina, Darnold had his struggles, but according to Belichick, the talent was always there, just waiting to be unlocked. And it seems like Minnesota might be the place where Darnold finally taps into that potential. Under Kevin O'Connell, Darnold has started the season strong, and with the Vikings sitting at 4-0 heading into Week 5, there's real optimism about how far this team can go. Belichick's words only add to that excitement. If a coach with his pedigree sees something special in Darnold, maybe it's time for the rest of the league to take notice. Of course, there's always more to the story. Belichick's comments didn't just stop at praise for Darnold. He also hinted at a much bigger picture for the Vikings. If Darnold takes the Vikings deep into the postseason, I don't see how they don't bring him back, Belichick suggested. And that's where things get interesting. Darnold is on a 1-year, $10 million deal. If he leads the Vikings to an NFC championship or even a Super Bowl, the front office will have a tough decision to make: re-sign Darnold to a hefty contract or turn to their highly touted rookie, J.J. McCarthy, who's currently sidelined with a torn meniscus. Belichick knows a thing or two about tough quarterback decisions. He lived it with Tom Brady, Kurt Warner, and Trent Green. When your quarterback takes you to a Super Bowl championship, what else do you want him to do? Belichick asked rhetorically. The implication here is clear. If Darnold proves he can take this team to the promised land, how could the Vikings not keep him? Now, Vikings fans, this is where things really start to get exciting. As we head deeper into the season, the Darnold debate will only grow louder. Can he be the guy to take Minnesota back to the Super Bowl? And if he does, what does that mean for the future of the team's quarterback position? It's a debate that's sure to heat up, especially with Belichick adding his voice to the conversation. But before we wrap up, let's remember one thing. Belichick's critique of the Jets is not just about Darnold. It's a reminder that sometimes the right talent just needs the right environment. The Jets may have given up on Darnold, but here in Minnesota, under the guidance of Kevin O'Connell and a strong coaching staff, Darnold is finally showing the NFL what he is capable of. And if Belichick's comments are any indication, we may be witnessing the start of something special. Thank you for tuning in today. Don't forget to hit that subscribe button to stay updated on everything happening with the Minnesota Vikings. And in the comments, let us know your thoughts. Can Darnold take the Vikings deep into the playoffs? Is he the future of this franchise? We'd love to hear your predictions as we march through this exciting season. Go Vikings!